So, in case it's not clear, Titanfall is a game about movement, or what we like to call movement shooters. For some reason, this is not apparent to everyone, and they think that moving fast is exploitation of movement. Now, there are exceptions like moon gravity and a few other things I forgot, but for the most part, no, it's not an exploit. It could not be more clear that Titanfall likes to move fast. When you look at the Gauntlet records, they're time-based, and it encourages fast speed even in the game's trophies. The fact that there's a trophy saying, hey, place top 3 in the Gauntlet scoreboard tells you that it probably wants you to be fast. Slide, but movement as a pilot, two simple rules that are really kind of the same thing, which everyone knows. Don't stand still, and don't stick to the floor. If you're sticking to the floor and running, you mentally have issues. So the first thing you want to know is that sliding generates momentum as well as wall running. Both of these actions can give you momentum. Jumping carries that momentum. In some cases it does give it to you, but very little. So for the most part, you'll be gaining speed by sliding and wall running. Now, double jumping does not give you momentum. So if you're about to watch, you can see I'm going to jump on this wall, and I'm going to jump again, and then jump a third time. Now, if I were to actually jump a second time, the moment I jump off the wall, I'll move slower. I land on that edge right there. And this is in any case. You never want to double jump as soon as you can, because it'll just make you move slower. Double jumping reduces momentum. And if you double jump backwards, you either completely stop or lose all of your momentum. There's another method for moving faster, which is whenever you connect to a wall, if you jump off the moment you touch it, you get a slight speed boost. So it's a little bit difficult to do at the first, but the more you get used to it, the easier it becomes. And it's what you call a wall kick. Now there's also the same thing can happen where if you wait for the moment you're about to disconnect from the wall, to get a little bit of a boost as well. Now if I was in the gauntlet, you would actually see the speed increase. I'm not right now. And that's because my story campaign is halfway through and I don't feel like restarting it. Now a good way to connect your momentum is to bunny hop. So if I jump around these walls, keep moving, and I want to go to the floor, you bunny hop, which if you don't know what that is, slide, jump, and not run, but slide again. You can slide before you touch the ground by pressing the input while you're still in the air. This allows you to slide before you connect to the ground, so you never have to run or squat or stand. Repeat the same thing, jump, slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, and you're bunny hopping now. We're gonna start up here, obviously. Okay, so now we're gonna do a quick test for a race. So this guy here, we're gonna race across to a little point. He's just going to run, I'm going to bunny hop. No roll running for either one of us. He's gonna run straight from here to there. I will do nothing but run and bunny hop. On 3, 2, 1, go. And as you can see, I reached this wall way before he ever did. Pretty much everything I do to normally move. On go, 3, 2, 1, go. Even more speed. So I showed you how to move fast with your regular anything, your regular kit. Now what if you have special items? Like a gravity star and a grapple. Gravity star you're going to toss on the ground, wait for it to rise, time it just right, and it'll push you forward really fast. You don't want to wall run really, because it will slow you down, only because it's moving you faster than what you're actually allowed to move on walls, which is a thing. It also depends on how you hit the wall. If you hit it at an angle like this, you will lose speed. But if you hit it at a very soft angle, you don't lose anywhere near as much. So your angle and how you hit the wall does also depend on how much speed you may or may not lose from the initial blast, and if you don't hit trees like that. Now grapple, very simple. You're just going to slingshot yourself. You're going to find a corner. Let's actually use this one right here, this corner. We're going to hook onto it and jump, not a double jump, but a regular jump. So we're going to have to jump before the grapple pulls me off the ground. This will give me a little bit of height. And then I have slingshots, which happen to hit the wall. Now, if you do a second jump, remember, while you will gain height and you will gain a better angle, you will also slow yourself down some. So you don't really want to use double jump all the time. You want to use it sparingly in your slingshots. Or if the wall is just really high up and you need a better angle at the start of it, you will jump twice towards the start to get a higher reach, but you won't go as far. There are better people at doing this than I am, since I'm not a grapple main. Iniquity is what I would recommend to learning how to slingshot. There are other uses for grapple as well, such as just keeping yourself in the air, like this. You'll have to learn the angles, and every time you always want to keep your crosshairs away from your grapple. Never look at your grapple when using it to keep momentum. Looking at your grapple will take you straight towards it. And taking you straight towards it is not going to be fluid. You want to think of it like water. You want to look away and then look towards it, and that's how you sling yourself. Now when it comes to moving with stem, you can always just stem on the floor and get a speed boost, which is really nice. Yeah, that guy's got in the way. Coward. Now a better use to get a stem rather than running is stem actually amplifies your current speed to an extent. What that means is that if I'm running, I will get some speed added, but if I'm already moving fast like wall running, I'll get even more speed added to me, making stem a better use for when you're already having some speed. So rather than just stem right off the bat to gain speed, you stem to amplify your speed. Or of course, if you're kind of decelerating, you use it to accelerate even more. Now, when it comes to sliding and stem, you don't actually get any speed. For whatever reason, if you stem before sliding, it just, well, slides like normally. And if you stem after sliding, which I don't have it ready yet, you don't get any extra speed. I don't know exactly why that is. What I do know is that there are two types of slides which you should keep in mind, which is the initial boost, which has a slight cooldown by the way. This is where you kind of use your jump kit. And I can even feel my remote vibrates because I'm getting that boost, additional speed from the slide. Then there's one which is during the cooldown, which gives you no additional speed and just makes you kind of a frictionless body. I wouldn't say frictionless, but you do just slide without any additional speed. There's some actually fun things you can do with your Titan as well that involve movement. One of them is when you eject, you want to move to your left or to your right, and you want to slowly rotate your camera. Now this does take a little bit of practice to get right, and you won't get it right every time, but this does massively help when ejecting, because it makes it harder to hit the pilot since they're more unpredictable. If you get punched by a Titan and do this, it actually will transfer the force of their punch into your ejection mobility that way. Punch me that way. Just start punching me. So as you can see, I actually got pushed in that direction, even though I was moving towards my left. And I just left the entire confines of the map. Now we're going to do this again, but this time I'm going to stem and punch me, punch me, punch me, punch me, punch me, punch me. Or that. There we go. A lot more speed when ejecting. I'm not sure if that was a mixture of both him punching me and stem, or if that was just stem, because I was not trying to get executed.
Wait, stay there. I want to see something. Can I kill you in my?
So let's say I was pressed and for whatever reason low health. I will want to eject, wait just a millisecond, and then grapple to the floor. And I will now be pulled down. So while this Tone here, or an Ion, or a North Star, or Scorch, or really any Titan that wants to goose you, you'll be on the floor, running away while they're looking up. Maybe even sneaking around and taking their battery. Alright, so nice good old Tone. You see, there's two more things to show you. Satchel does an immense amount of damage. Why are you running, man?
No, let's go for now.
Who's gonna carry the satchels, huh? That's right. So he's full health, completely unharmed. That shield's not stopping anything because just about an entire chunk of his health bar is gone. And a
Almost
second
a
one,
bar.
of course, would be that much more. Now, it's not a full meter, but it is close to one. So a few more shots and, well, his health is done for. You can, of course, stick these on to teammates and have a teammate Titan go next to a enemy Titan, and once they're in close quarters, you detonate it, dealing a lot of damage to the enemy Titan, but not to the friendly. There is also one thing to remember about this, and that satchels can be detonated by shooting them. So if I put it on his face and shoot the satchel, not his face,
There you go.
it detonates. Now, since you're just about low health, I want you to go ahead and eject.
It's a nuke. You gotta run.
Oh my gosh, I messed it up.
It's a nuke.
I messed up there, but you can do
Yeah.
and when they're ejecting, you want to use your grapple at just the right time. And either as it's retracting or going out, it'll hit the pilots and pull them towards you. It's harder to do on nuclear ejection because I don't usually try it on nuking enemies. I'm usually running from a nuking Titan. But from a regular ejecting Titan, it's much easier for me to do. Quick note to Satchel is that it doesn't actually detonate until it touches the floor. I clicked it, but it didn't blow up until it reached the floor. And I'm dead. I'm about to, come here, boy.
Stop balls.
Since you know how to move fast, all the fun little tricks that I've shown you, I better not be seeing any matches like the one that's being played right here, because this one was a crime to the fullest. My teammates and the enemies were both guilty of this terrible, terrible camping behavior. The fact that every fight met up at that tower tells you how bad of a Titanfall match this really was. Look at this big, beautiful map, and we're fighting in one spot. Of course, this isn't to say that I don't have matches where I do go against fast-moving players. It's just that stuff like this is way more common than what it should be. Hope you liked the video. The music in this video was all made by Kieran, who will be in the description if you want to go check out his stuff or whatever. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed the video.